Hello and welcome. My name is Monica Borchert. My pronouns are she, her, and I am here today representing CNIB. I am the manager for the Early Years Digital Literacy Project, which I'm excited to share a little bit more about with you all today. On the screen here, I have the CNIB Foundation logos in both English and French. Below is the banner of other CNIB logos, suggesting some of our different program offerings. And below that is the text that reads, Bold Dreams, Bright Futures, Digital Literacy Skills for Children Living with Blindness. So the CNIB will aim to address the technology gap for children who are blind or partially sighted under the age of 7 to enable them to begin school just as tech savvy as their sighted peers across Canada. We are a research project, and our goal is to capture if the gamification of learning voiceover, gestures, and navigation throughout the iPad is helpful in teaching children digital literacy skills. The ultimate goal here is to pilot an intervention using accessible technology with educational apps and games to teach digital literacy skills to children who are blind or partially sighted. We will also be providing education and hands-on technological training to parents, caregivers, and educators. And ultimately, we want to ensure that young blind and partially sighted children are fully immersed in all learning experiences, whether in person or virtual, from the moment they start school. So our research participants are anywhere from 2 to 7, and they are working alongside their caregivers. They can be anywhere within Canada and speak either English or French, as that is what our app offers, as English and French. And no medical assessment is needed to join the research project. So these are the folks we're working with and have the opportunity to really learn from. The structure of this project, it really stems from the work originally done in 2018 around the ABCs of iOS manual, which was a project funded by the Government of Canada and allowed parents and caregivers and educators as well the opportunity to better understand voiceover gestures and how to navigate an iPad, especially for the early years, and allowing them the opportunity to sort of have a ground zero, if you will, on getting children set up with an iPad. Rather than relying on the caregiver to support the child through multiple apps to teach a skill, we've gone ahead and worked with Objective Ed to create one single app that sort of serves what many of these apps were doing. We're just sort of putting it into one space. By putting it into one space, we're also able to better track the sort of success of a child learning these digital literacy skills, as there are many different types of skills such as swiping and double tapping, triple tapping, split taps. I can go on. So the children will receive an iPad through the program. That is something that is gifted to the family. If any other tools are needed, such as a stylus or a stand, we work to find accommodations for the child. The educational games within the app will lead the child through tasks to practice specific digital literacy skills, such as tapping, swiping, and voiceover controls, like I mentioned. As well, it will support children in understanding how an iPad is set up. So some games, for example, might have a very similar look to the home screen of an iPad, and allows them to understand sort of like why you would navigate around the screen. Also, some opportunities for storytelling and allowing some space for children to ask questions, be curious, as this is a learning space. We have put management software on the iPads for the duration of the research project. This is both to capture data as well as to support families remotely, particularly if the iPad or technology is new to all of the family members. However, when the project is complete and the families are sort of released and relieved of their research duties, the iPad is a gift to the family. It allows them hopefully the opportunity to see how the iPad can be an ongoing engagement in their family, and particularly within the school environment. So the timing of the project, we're a 3-year project. We're about 2 years in now. We have completed the app as of this past March, which is very exciting. And this app will be available to the public for free once the research has been completed, so that we have good, solid data captured there. And this will be available in the Apple App Store for iPads at this time. So we'll be working with 100 blind or partially sighted children under the age of 7 to give them sort of the latest accessible technology. We'll also support their successes in the classroom, significantly improving their likelihood of success in school and future employment. We're also hoping to have these children equipped with the knowledge and skills in using accessible technology to support development while learning at home. A final report from our findings will be sent through targeted distribution. This will be for policymakers and relevant ministries in all provinces and territories. We are networking this, so if you are someone who is interested in the findings, please connect with me. I have my contact information at the end of this presentation. As well, we want to see increased support for families and educators to prepare preschool children with sight loss for school entry. We want to see increased knowledge of the evidence basis for long-term benefits and impacts of early educational interventions and digital literacy programming on children with sight loss. And we want increased guidance for policymakers in the early learning and child care sector on how to design appropriate educational interventions for children with sight loss. On the screen here, I have the contact information for the mighty strong team of 3 that we are. Again, my name is Monica Borchert, and I'm the manager for this project. Christina Clark, an ECE, is our coordinator and has supported much of the work around the curriculum assessments across the country and ensuring that our game is supporting the curriculums across the country and those expectations of children. Christina also, being an ECE, is helpful for these families who are looking for sort of supports outside of the project and opportunities to, better understand what CNIB can offer them. And we have Kathy Bites as well, who is our lead knowledge translation. This is she represents our research team, and we're grateful to have Kathy's insight, particularly ensuring that this project remains ethical, that we are capturing as much data as possible to really leverage the experience and time that these families have given us. So if this sounds interesting to you, I would love to hear from you, whether it's to learn more about the project, whether it's to get on that mailing list of folks to learn about the outcomes and sort of the journey for the Early Years Digital Literacy Project. Again, those looking to access the app, it is not available until April 2025, so 1 year or so to go. And I think other than that, I'd love to hear from you. So please reach out. My email here is monica.borchert@cnib.ca, monika.borchert@cnib.ca. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you learned a little bit about something here that CNIB is busy doing and that you're interested in learning more. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.